we think about reimagine. My favorite thing about being the area director for Area 63 is the creativity of all of the clubs in this area. And I know that Achievers of Excellence is a creative club who will continue to reimagine, think outside of the box, and create a club that is going to be different and stand out amongst all other clubs in Toastmasters. Renew. Renew is to restore to vigor. There may be things after you've reflected that you really want to work on this Toastmasters year. This is your opportunity to truly renew and become the best Toastmasters club that you can possibly be. And I know that by reimagining, renewing, and reflecting, Achievers of Excellence will continue to soar to higher heights. Yes. Congratulations, and I'm so proud.
Round of applause for our director with us very closely this upcoming year, so you'll be seeing her beautiful face very often. We'd now like to introduce our guest speaker for this evening. Should I read this long bio? But this bio does not even scratch the surface of what he's done in his career as an officer, saving lives and helping to create a safer Bahamas for us. So thank you for your service, first and foremost. Second life, I would have been a police officer, and I still think, but I'm like, how could I be involved without actually having to go on the line? You know, could I do some art with them? What could I do that's relevant to me now? But I think about it, and I'm really appreciative of the work that you do. But Toastmaster Bars is a lifelong Toastmaster. He's someone who brings energy to any room that he enters, and I've seen it firsthand. As he chaired meetings, as he helped to support initiatives like allowing us to have the sports day on site and using buses for the Toastmasters on the bus and all these other things that I've seen in my short stint as a Toastmaster. So he has not only impacted the organization and the country, but even little old me, because I've been there as a beneficiary and a guest to these various sessions. Now you will come and grace this floor to leave something with you, to encourage you as you move forward into this year, as you reflect, you reimagine, and renew. Let's welcome distinguished Toastmasters.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Woodruff. What's in a name? Everything. What's in a name? Everything. Look at the person seated next to you and ask them, what's in a name?
What's in a name?
Now, the person who was asked the question, I need you to respond, everything. Achievers of Excellence. This is a club that I know so well. I was around Toastmasters when this club was started, and I remember attending a lot of your meetings and having a good time involving myself in the activities of this club. So over the course of your existence, my Toastmasters journey has been intertwined with this club's success. And your name says a lot about you. It is my pleasure to be among so many distinguished Toastmasters in this room, and one of our veteran Toastmasters, Toastmasters Scrum, distinguished Toastmasters Scrum, and all of you executives, as I celebrate you on a milestone achievement. It is both my honor and my privilege to not just congratulate those of you that were bold enough to take the challenge to lead the club, but to the members who said, although I pick you, I will do my best to support you. The prefix "re" simply means to do again. You were successful last year. We're going to do it again in a grander style. We saw new persons in the club last year. But we're not going to settle on that level of growth last year. We are going to exceed expectations. Hence, I find your theme very appropriate. Reflect, reimagine, renew. And I love this theme so much, I'm going to borrow this. Reflect, reimagine, and renew. This is not just about new beginnings for this new executive. It's a time for us to pause. It's a time for us to appreciate where we've come from and look forward with great anticipation because great things are in store for this club. I just want to consider those 3 words and spend a short time on them just for a minute. And our area director did so well in defining those words, and I won't hash that out too much. But when we talk about reflect, she encouraged us to think deeply. And when we think deeply, it takes us back to a place where we can just have a conversation in our minds as to what was, what is, and what could be. When we reimagine, we look into the future as a continuation of the past, not for us to get stuck. Because I've been a Toastmaster for only 28 years now. Toastmasters has actually taken my youth from me, and I have no regrets. And if I had a chance to do it all over again, I would join not at 18, I'll probably join at 14 or 15. Because this program has done wonders for me, my career, and my life. But so many of us as Toastmasters could get stuck in what happened yesterday, that all we spend time doing is talking about what worked there. We speak about, oh, this is how it was done in the past. But this is what we did in the past. Well, I love the past. And that's why we call it the past, because I live in the future. And when you live in the future, you have an appreciation for the past, but the past doesn't define where you need to go. Because circumstances for this club has changed. The dynamics has changed. The culture has changed. And if we're not willing as an executive to change with it, then everything will fall away. So when we reimagine things, we reimagine the possibilities that exist for us on the horizon. And we understand that in order to get anything done, we're going to do it together as a team. This brings me to the word renew. To renew is simply for us to refresh our commitment with purpose and our commitment to each other. The strength of the Toastmasters Club has nothing to do with what you achieve singularly, but what we all achieve together. Because when you rise as the executives, the members will rise also. It's about revitalizing your energy and resolve, knowing that you are far stronger together than any one person in this club. And so the president will be able to do it all alone. The vice president of education will not be able to do it alone. We need to work this thing together. So as I stand before you today, executives, I congratulate you. You have been chosen because you embody the spirit of leadership, commitment, and excellence that your club has always stood for. Your colleagues in this club believed in your ability to lead them. And now you have the opportunity to take the baton of this club to new horizons and to greater heights. As you reflect on your incredible journey, Achievers of Excellence Toastmasters Club, it would be crazy of me not to mention that you will have challenges. You will have disagreements. You will not always see eye to eye. But one thing I love about Toastmasters, this is a place where leaders are made. This is an incubator that allows greatness to grow from the ashes of despair and defeat. And this is a place where we find strength when we are at our weakest. I love Toastmasters. For over a decade, This club has been a beacon of growth, empowerment, transformation. It is clear that this club has not reached this milestone by accident. It is because of hardworking members, dedicated members, and visionary pioneers who were exceptional leaders to push, to be there, and to show up when others failed to do so. You as the new executives are standing on these great shoulders of giants, and it is now your time to take what has been given to you to unprecedented levels. And yes, you may say, or you may hear people say, when so-and-so was the president, when the club was this place, I am so happy for that moment. But one thing they will be saying, come July 1, 2026, all that executive that was installed, they were the best that this club has ever seen. It's not to erase what was done, because the past is the past. You can do nothing about it, but you can certainly rewrite the future by the actions you take today. As you reimagine the future as a club, I encourage you to think about what is possible when every member of this executive team simply pulls their weight by doing simple tasks. Could you imagine what this club would look like if each executive just invests in bringing one new person over the course of the remaining 11 months to this club? Not 5, not 10, just one. Do you know that your club would have grown by 7 or 8 members just by you finding one person? Do you know that your club will achieve even greater level of excellence if each executive commits to one educational goal? Just one. We don't have to get fancy. We don't have to get fussy. We don't need 5. We don't need 10. How about 1? Do you know, just by every executive investing in at least one person, you would have achieved a goal of 4 new members and 4 other new members? Do you know, by every executive achieving an educational goal, you would have actually contributed to 2 more goals? And so the executives alone doing those basic things could push the club very far ahead. When the executives empowered and inspired run with that level of vision, the members have no other choice than to follow the leader, follow the leader. Often found in my journey of Toastmasters is sometimes we as executives require from our members what we're not prepared to give. And for those who know a little of my journey in Toastmasters, I've served at every executive position at the club level several times over. I've served as an area governor, as a district director, as a club growth director, as a program quality director, and district director at Toastmasters. And so I've served at the highest levels, but I've learned that the key to leadership is not the power that you have in the chair, but the opportunity that you redeem to serve people and show them that you're committed by your words, your action, and your demeanor. And that sparked a fire that caused success to be the byproduct, because it was never about me. It was always about the people that I serve. And so as executives, when we adopt that mindset of service, our club will have no other choice than to grow. So as you reimagine the future, I encourage you to think about what is possible when you work together with your members, when you tell everyone that you meet, and you spread the news that something is happening in Achievers of Excellence Club. This place has to be on a Thursday. This is where you would want to be, because this is where things are happening. And I guarantee you, when you build the environment that is conducive for growth and development. People will take your message to the masses and they will become your mouthpieces because the greatest form of advertisement still is word of mouth.
Yes.
Because nothing beats somebody's personal experience. And you get the woman at the well rippling effect. Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished executives, and guests, as you progress in your roads and your pursuit to make this club the best club, let me encourage you to never give up, to never quit, and to draw on the experiences of other Toastmasters who are not a part of your club. Don't get so territorial that you feel intimidated by inviting other Toastmasters in to help you, to support you, and to bring new ideas and innovation to your club. Yes, this is your club, but you're a part of an organization that exists in over 100 and something countries around the world. There's no need for you to suffer in silence when you have support from your district leaders, as you see area director here this evening, your past leaders, like me, that you dragged out of hibernation to be a part of this experience. So imagine what more you could have at your disposal if you just ask. Everything hinges on the ask. I encourage you to reflect on your accomplishments, yes. I encourage you to look into the future because it possesses endless possibilities. I encourage you, yes, to renew your commitment to each other as leaders, as members. And although the journey ahead may come with its own set of challenges, together you can weather any storm. And I'm so proud of you for being here in this weather. I know. It didn't just rain for 5 minutes. We know it was bad from this morning. But you showed up because you are an achiever of excellence.
Yes.
Congratulations once again to the new executives of this phenomenal club. This is your 14th year. And I know with your type of leadership, you will guarantee by the bricks you lay another 140 years of unparalleled success. The future is bright for this club because you chose to step up, because you chose to lead. And with your leadership, I am so excited about what's on the horizon. Continue to move forward with strength, purpose, and unity. Congratulations yet again. God bless.
For a wonderful message to help these wonderful executives as they chart the course and continue to build on the legacy that is Achievers of Excellence. Now, you spoke about you'll be working together, but I do want to grab two individuals in the room to compete against each other very quickly. Two people, come. You and you. Yeah, competition is good, right? That's the only way we're able to grow and we're able to sharpen our swords in this dojo called Toastmasters. So, have you ever played the game I Declare War before?
Yes. Never.
If I recall, you put down the card, I declare, then you flip over the card. So we're gonna do 3 very quick rounds of I Declare War. And you are declaring war against yourself, but then together as you grow in this year. But competition is good. So as we look into the future, who's gonna win between these two?
Everybody.
Everybody? Okay, cool. Everybody wins. There's some no numbers today. So go ahead, take your deck. On the count of 3, you're gonna do I declare war. And flip over the 4th one on war, okay? 1, 2, 3. I declare war. All right, we got one over here. That's what we got. I declare war. One over here. I declare war. All right. Being able to compete against the others is great because I love that competition. Drives us to do more. Don't worry about that. We're gonna leave it right there on the floor. We're gonna reimagine that this floor is a card floor. All of this because one, you show up and you participate.
Yes.
And this year you'll be showing up and participating
Yes.
throughout the entire time. And while you may not perform the way that you want to in all moments, once you show up and you play the cards that you have, this year will be fantastic. Because together we have a full deck. You have cards, and you all have cards. And they will be different. But together you will make some amazing things happen. Bring on the one who will lead this installation ceremony tonight. In the person of our area director. Once again, Toastmasters Charlie Thompson Swain. Let's welcome our advocate.
Good evening again, everyone.
Good evening.
Now for the moment we've all been waiting for, our installation of officers. Incoming officers, please stand. In the following order, I'm going to ask for you to stand to the right of the lectern. Sergeant at Arms. Secretary. Vice President of Public Relations. Of Membership. Vice President of Education. And our residents. The pleasure is mine to install the officers of Achievers of Excellence 1811
702.
The collective challenge of the board is to make this club strong, dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to speak in an effective manner, listen with sensitivity, and think creatively. I will ask each officer to hold the gavel as a symbol of leadership as I briefly describe the challenges they must meet and the responsibilities they must fulfill. Starting with our Sergeant at Arms. You keep track of the club's physical property, such as the banner, the lectern, timing device, and other meeting materials. You arrive early to prepare the meeting place for members and stay late to stow all of the club's equipment. You are also in charge of the meeting place itself, obtaining a new space when necessary, and maintaining contact with the people who allow you to use the space for your club meetings. The Sergeant at Arms also has a role to play during business meetings, speech contests, or other special club events. For example, the Sergeant at Arms escorts potential new members outside of the club's meetings, while the members vote on admitting them to the club. The Sergeant at Arms stands at the door while contestants compete in speech contests to ensure that the speaker is not interrupted by latecomers. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Now on to our treasurer. You are the club's accountant. You manage the club's bank account, writing checks as approved by the club executive committee, and depositing membership dues, payments, and other club revenues. You are also in charge of submitting membership dues payments to World's headquarters, filing necessary tax documents, and keeping timely accurate, up-to-date financial records for the club. Though, with that being said, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Awesome. Club secretary. You maintain all club records, manage club files, handle club correspondence, and take the minutes at each club and executive committee meeting. You are also in charge of updating and distributing a roster of the current paid membership and keeping the club officer list current for Toastmasters International. Though some clubs may have a joint club secretary and treasurer, I'm excited to know that you have two separate treasurers and secretary. So, with that being said, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Vice President of Public Relations. You promote the club to the local community and notify the media about the club's existence and benefits that it provides. You promote the club, update the web content, and safeguard the Toastmasters brand identity. It is your job to notify the media whenever your club does something newsworthy. As Vice President of Public Relations, you will find yourself writing news releases, creating and distributing flyers, and maintaining the club's presence on the web and in the community. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Vice President of Membership. You promote the club and manage the process of bringing in guests and transforming them into members. By initiating contact with guests, helping them feel welcomed, and providing them with the information they need to join, you help maintain a constant influx of new people into your club. You also attentively monitor membership levels and strategize with the rest of the executive committee about how to overcome membership challenges when they occur. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Vice President of Education. As Vice President of Education, you schedule members' speeches, verify the completion of projects, and serve as a resource for questions about the education program, speech contests, and your club mentor program. You are an important source of Toastmasters knowledge for club members, and it is your job to become familiar with all aspects of the Toastmasters education program. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
Toastmaster Maria Smith. Having been elected as the club president of Achievers of Excellence 1811,
712.
You are its chief executive officer, and you are expected to preside at all club meetings and at all regular and special meetings of your executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It is also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, district, and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Please accept the gavel as a symbol of your leadership and dedication to office. The gavel is a symbol of power and authority given to you by the membership of this club. Use it wisely and with restraint. You are a member of your team as well as a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It is an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members with a common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone is proud. Will you, as president, accept this challenge and perform your duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
It is now my pleasure to declare these Toastmasters installed into the offices to which they have been elected. I now yield the lectern to our new club president, Toastmaster Maria Smith.
Thank you, Madam AD. And good evening again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am indeed honored to have been elected your president, and I'm honored that you have that confidence in me to ensure that I will lead this club to a new level this year. And so this Toastmasters year, we are focused on the 3 Re's: reimagine, renew, reflect, reimagine, and renew. And these 3 Re's reflect our goals for this club, with the hope of redesigning its future direction with teamwork, collaboration, and a shared vision towards a strategic, purpose-driven year ahead. The writer J.P. Morgan said, the first step towards getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are. And as a club, our ability to adapt and grow comes from that commitment from each and every one of us executive and members to have the ability to reflect and to evaluate what we did, where we came from. And reflection is all about awareness. It's an intentional action where we look back to see what we did in the past and to ask the what if. Reflection helps us to recognize our wins, whether it was a big win or a small win. It helps us to learn from what we did in the past, what went well and what didn't go as planned. And it helps us to reconnect with our why and help us to set clearer goals for the future. So let's pause for a moment to think about the value or the experience that each and every one of us in here individually contributed to or gained from our membership in Toastmasters or from our club specifically. What value are we now gaining from our Toastmasters experience? Now, consider how our personal lives and our professional lives have benefited from us being in Toastmasters. Ask yourselves, is every club meeting a positive experience? Is it one that you would like to share with others? What is the one thing that you would want to do differently this year? Just roll those questions over in your mind. Now, I want you to reimagine now, to look beyond what we have now and envision what could be. I want us to challenge our limits and the status quo and dare to dream big. Now, ask yourself these questions. Where do I see us as a club in the next year, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? What if we as a club tried a different approach to what we have been doing? What if we challenge ourselves to get rid of thoughts like, I'm not ready, or I can't? What if we make a greater effort to commit to attending more club meetings and to participate more, not having to wait to be asked 3 and 4 and 5 times? Reimagining allows us to go beyond our constraints. It allows us to look at our challenges from different angles and to uncover solutions we may never have even considered. It gives us a fresh perspective into things and inspires innovative thinking, leading us to bold and new opportunities. We are at the beginning of a new Toastmasters year. Now is the time for us to renew our commitment to the club's mission. What is that?
We provide
Positive learning environment.
which members
Are empowered.
Communication and
Leadership skills resulting and personal growth. Okay.
Yes.
Now is the time to make every club meeting a golden experience for members and guests, and to enhance our communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Let us renew our commitment to progress forward towards our next personal and club goal. Let us hold high and demonstrate our club's standard of excellence. Let us reconnect with our passions and purpose and let go of everything that held us back. Let us make that commitment to restore vitality to this club and reignite our passion for success by supporting and uplifting each other, working together, and exchanging ideas. Let's positively impact the lives of more and more persons with the aim of bringing in more unique and creative ideas, hence achieving the goals of increasing membership. Let us create bonds that help bring about resilience, collaboration, a shared purpose, and combined efforts that would help members navigate through the program more effectively, multiplying our impact and help propel the club even further ahead. To every member of this club, you are valued. Every contribution that you make, whether great or small, adds to the momentum of this club. Your voice, your ideas, and your support makes a great difference in shaping our collective future. When we reflect on, reimagine, and renew our commitment, the impact extends beyond our personal success. It inspires others, it strengthens the club, and it creates a ripple effect of positive change and a cycle of empowerment and growth. However, we must always remember that the process may not be easy and it's not a one-time action, but it is an ongoing process and requires perseverance, dedication, and commitment. And so as we start this new Toastmasters year, I want you to always remember that our potential is limitless. Our success does not rely on one big action, but starts with small steps taken one day at a time, one step at a time, day after day. The question now is, are you ready to take that one small step to move this club forward? Are you ready?
Yes, we
are. The stage is set to reflect our past, reimagine what could be, and to renew our commitment towards our club's success. Achievers of Excellence, 1811, 702. Our success story starts now with me, you, and you.
The success starts with you, you, and you. And you too. And you too. And even the baby, because the baby has already been influenced in this meeting, turning on light switches and changing the atmosphere. So imagine she was given no instructions, but she took action. She found it. It isn't even labeled light switch. So the baby can come and shift the room. Imagine what you could do. And as we play on these cards again, reshuffling, just like this board. This board is being reshuffled. I mean, it's the arrangement of the cards in this deck has been changed. I encourage you throughout this year to reintroduce old members who are being in the back pocket. Engage them as they come. Welcome them as they come into the club. To repeat certain things, like so you can remember what they are, like this club mission that we can't seem to get. Just like anything, repetition is the mother of learning. We say Jack, 4, King, 10. Jack, 4, King, 10. Jack, 4, King, 10.
Jack, 4, King, 10.
As easy as you can remember this sequence of cards, continue to repeat the things that are the ethos of this club. Because as you do it over and over, and as you do your rules, and you do the things that are essential for the club, you will remember them and ingrain them into your minds. And remember, this is not a competition, but you all are cards in this deck, and play them well, because you have a great hand. And I now will yield and return to my seat and pass the lectern, the lectern over to our club president as she ushers into the rest of this evening. Round of applause to your leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for so willingly accepting our invitation tonight. And before we bring this ceremony to a close, I would be remiss if we do not thank each and every one of us individually and collectively. And so to do us the honor, I will call our new Toastmaster Bernadette Brennan, to bring the vote of, and Benaby to bring the vote of thanks. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed honored and grateful to deliver the vote of thanks to those who have made a stellar contribution to this organization. I sincerely congratulate our president, Mrs. Maria Smith, who will preside over this Toastmaster group, to offer her great expertise, her professionalism, and give her valuable contribution. Remember, leaders are not selfish. They give up themselves to develop great leaders. On behalf of the chairman, Mr. Kareem Wildream, and myself, Ms. Bernadette Benaby, and the entire Toastmaster team, we say thank you to our guests for gracing us with your presence and finding the time to dwell amongst us. A big thank you to our keynote speaker, Mr. Leonardo Burrows. You have brought forth a very interesting speech that have impacted us positively and will not be forgotten. My special congratulations to the newly elected officers. I am confident that you will bring great wealth of knowledge, fiery mentorship, and explosive events. And we must not forget our outgoing officers. Thank you for your time and your services. Your contribution will never go unnoticed. You were the steel of this foundation, building the Toastmaster group to mature, flourish, and bloom as a powerful group through your teamwork. And a heartfelt thanks and sincere appreciation to the Public Hospital Authority for a warm hospitality by providing such great venue. In inclusion, thank you all once again for your invaluable contribution and participation you have made to this group of Toastmasters. And I'll now turn it over to the chair. All right. We would like to thank, those were the verbal thank yous. So now we would like to say thank you. Give a small token of our appreciation to our chairperson for this evening, Kareem.
Kareem, we just wants to give you this gift certificate from Acropolis. Very lovely food. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time of your busy schedule to be here. Always, our last installation, you supported us, and you're back here again. We appreciate you so much. Sweet. Thank you very much. Awesome installation. I'm looking forward to working with you. And cheers to a new year.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Our awesome keynote speaker who did such an awesome job and surely motivated me to move and to go.
Distinguished Toastmaster Leonardo Burrows, how can we say thanks for what a wonderful speech you have given us today? I don't think you realize how impactful you are. The very first time I heard you spoke, you motivated me. You made me did some things that I had not planned to do in this Toastmasters program. And every speech you give, you just improve. So we say thank you. We wish you would come back and motivate us at another time. And we intend to have some events this year. We are going to move this club to another level. We are going to move the membership to another level. We are looking to grow this club at least 450 members by the end of this Toastmasters. So thank you once again.
Thank you.
Once again, thank you all for coming. We really appreciate your support. And now we bring this installation ceremony to a close. Join us for some refreshments.